Hello, welcome to Garage Goblins, where we're here at the Partizans. It is May 2026, I think. Yeah, at the Partizans. I'm here with the gang, as we can see. That's Dale just in the background. He will be filming as well, different bits and pieces. Today we are playing Pillage here. It's going to be Saxons versus Vikings. We've got a bit of a scenario coming on, which I'll spin the camera around and tell you in a minute. We've literally just got set up, and I'm probably going to go for a coffee and about to eat now as the public comes in. But I will show you what's happening all round all the stalls and everything, and the other tables set out. So as always, there's some great setups here, as there always is. So yeah, what I'll do now is just spin you around, show you our table, and I'll check in with you again soon. So we'll go and do that. Okay, so then this is our table as it is at the minute. We've not started the game, we've literally just set up. So the scenario is going to be, these are actually Vikings in here. They're going to be kind of taking away peasants from this area, and then from the edges of the table, depending on what is rolled, Saxons are going to come in to try and stop us. So that's the scenario and our setup. So can't wait to get playing. But right now I'm going to go for a coffee. So check in with you all in a bit. Okay then, so we've just rolled off for our first turn. James has always rolled first. I will spin you around, show you where they are on the table. But yeah, things are just starting to get busy now. A load of public are coming in, Partizans. It's always a busy spot. I will take you around the tables later, perhaps when it dies off a little, you can get round a bit easier. I have seen some of the tables already and they are amazing. There's a brilliant one next to us, Rorke's Drift. It's brilliant, so that's coming up soon, so we will be watching that. I will show you that because it looks really good. I really do like that one. So yeah, we're just literally starting the game. It should be about my turn now, but I'll just spin you around, show you where we started, and get on with it, me moving. So let's do that. So just looking at the table now then, so Nigel, I can't think of his name here. Nigel is starting over here, and then as we go over, James has just taken this hilltop at the top. So, and then I'm starting off here, so I'll go ahead and move mine with the Vikings. I've got a good range of Vikings, quite a few, and I'm trying to take people, perhaps cattle as well, and get them off the table, which should be easy since I got this bit here. I'm not far, but there are separate, as you see, spread all over the table. So that is the plan. So I'll go ahead and move mine, and then I'll check in with you where they moved and into our next turn. So let's do that. So I've just literally moved my Vikings in this area here, within the boundary of the fence. So I've got some 4 archers over here, then other heavy infantry and some berserkers all around the middle, and I have got 4 more archers over on this side, ready to try and take on a few of James's even. So yeah, that is currently the setup. So it is now the movement of James and Nigel, and I'll check in with them and see what's happening. So let's do that. So we just rolled off. I rolled a 2, Nigel a 4, and James surprisingly a 1, which means this turn sequence is going to be Nigel, then myself, and then James. So Nigel is just moving his. Then I'll take my turn with mine, and then James, and I'll check in with them once we're all moved and give you an update of where we are. Okay, so I've just moved mine. For here I have seized 5 people. A monk over there. So just get in here. See what I have seized. So yeah, James has just moved his, and he is moving down this hill now. So I think what the plan may be is try and hold off here. Oh, sorry about the blur. Let's get you back on. There we go. Apologies about that. So yeah, perhaps hold off here. Get a party to kind of hold them while getting a few figures to snap up these bits and get them off the edge of the table. Is an idea. I've got to watch that cavalry just sneaking around over there. We're going to try and cut me off, no doubt. So yeah, that's the current situation. So I think it's a roll-off now, or we might actually go into shooting phase, because they're probably within range. So yeah, I'll let you know and check in soon. Well, in a rarity, this is first blood to me. Whoop whoop. So yeah, we've just done the shooting phase then. I have managed to kill a couple of Jameses over here, and I'm happy to say I saved his. He missed and I saved his. I outrolled James there, which is a rare one, but I didn't have so much luck over here with Nigel. There was no hit. I did hit with one, but he saved it. So that is the shooting phase done, and yeah, we're moving on now. I suppose it will be back to movement phase. Well, initiative roll off, so let's go and do that. So we've just finished the movement stage, so obviously I'm getting out here with my Vikings and with my prisoners. Just getting out. James has decided to just basically start coming in to attack me, because there's little else he can do. Nigel is currently over here moving, so yeah, we're into this shooting phase now, and it's my turn, so I'll go ahead and do that and fill you in after. Okay, with that shooting phase done, I killed some more of James's over there. Just zoom out. Currently in this situation, James was able to kill one archer of mine from over here. I was able to kill 2 of Nigel's as well with my shooting phase. So we've just rolled off for the initiative. This sequence is going Nigel, me, then James. So we're currently just doing the movement phase. Nigel is working his way through. And I'll get back to you after we've done that. Right, so this is actually the second time I've done this bit, because I didn't press record before. But yeah, basically the movement done, I had to move back on the flanks here with my archers. So I've got one just down here who can't shoot this turn. Move some infantry forward. James is pushing in through this bit, but left his out on the top. Nigel is nice and conveniently behind this tree, blocking my shooters a bit. So he just shot and killed one. I've now got 2 figures down and killed one over here, but I'm continuing to get my prisoners off to the left of the table here. So we're into my shooting now, which I can do with 3 figures this side and anything I can see in range there, which I don't think there will be anything, so I'll go ahead and resolve that. So we've just got to our first break point on this game, so I will spin you around and show you the board as it stands as to what happened. I seem to be rolling all right, a minute doing well. I've caused a few casualties with James and Nigel. I've got some prisoners and heading towards the edge of the table, which is great stuff. So yeah, we're just kind of having a drink, taking the atmosphere. Might go and have a look around some of the stalls. But yeah, I'll spin you around now and give you an update on the table. So this is the update on the table. Currently, as I said, my Vikings have moved even further out. What I'm hoping to do is kind of shield them, because Nigel, if I just get this back into focus, has got some couple of cavalry there by the trees. Hopefully try and screen, hold them in combat and hold while I get some figures off the table, my prisoners. That's the plan. these I'm just drawing James in. I'm going to keep falling back now to draw him and hopefully try and shoot him to pieces, which will leave me to get these these prisoners and cattle over here. That'd be great if I can do that. I'm just going to keep falling back this way with these in this group. That's the current situation on Nigel over here. He's hiding behind this tree away from my archers down there. So nice little scenario we got ongoing here actually. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So yeah, I'll try and get some close-ups of the table now for you all, so just bear with me. So we've just rolled off again for a short break. I went first, then it's Nigel, then James. So we're just doing the movement phase, which I'll spin you around now so we can just go and see. So the current situation is on my movement. What I've done, if you just start over here, is I've moved some infantry back but kept the archers on the flanks there. And then I've continued to move out of this area here in the village. I've still got all my prisoners, though Nigel has now charged in with his cavalry, so that's combat we've got to do, and he's currently moving over here. And then James, who hasn't done his movement turn just yet, is over here. He's took some casualties. So yeah, that is the current situation at the minute. So yes, James, it is now your movement. So a bad shooting phase for me there. I lost 3 figures. One over here and then a couple over on this side from the shooting phase. So we are now into combat and we're trying to resolve, well, just going to resolve that one. The 2 cavalry have charged in and they do have their charge bonus. It's not looking good for me at the minute. I've got all these coming over here, so hopefully I'll be able to get some reinforcements over if I can get things resolved in the village more to my favour. So yeah, we're just going to resolve this combat then over here and I'll get right back to you. Okay then, current situation is we've actually lost some figures now. There was a bit of combat over here. I've lost combat and shooting. Lost a couple in the village with combat with James, though James does need to take a flee test now because he's lost over his quarter. Nigel's still got all his force pretty much intact over here. So yeah, it's looking pretty even Stevens at the minute. You know, I have lost what, 8 figures at the minute from 30, I think. So yeah, that's the current situation. So I think we're on into the next turn now. So we're going to be rolling for initiative. So just giving you the update on our game then. So we've obviously done a turn, basically a bit of combat and shooting. That are my losses at the minute. Basically over here we're winning the attack over here. James has still got a couple of archers and a slinger over here. I've managed to take out archers and a slinger over on Nigel's side. Plus I've took out a bit of cavalry as well. There's a bit of a stalemate in a couple of the combats here going on, but then we still have this force here to reckon with. But as you can see now, there's not a lot, there's nothing in our way to get off that table, so that's where I'm going to be pushing. well, I'll get any units that are free to shield and hold up there. Hopefully we win that then and get to, you know, start coming back up this table with the rest. So at the minute looking good. It's pretty even actually so far at the minute. So yeah, great stuff. See you soon. Had a quick look round then at different tables and stuff. There is more down the bottom end, I will show you in a minute. We're just starting off again with our game, rolling off. I think I'm last. I just rolled a 3, which is terrible. So yeah, I'll spin you around, show you the current situation. It's exactly where we left off, but yeah, I'll go ahead and spin you around now. So after a roll off then, I do believe I'm last, am I? Yeah.
Nigel's first, me second.
So Nigel first, then James, and then my good old self. So yeah, the current situation is this as we see it, exactly where I left off, where I probably briefed you on what had happened. Obviously nothing's changed, we're just getting back into it. So yeah, getting right into the thick of it now. And hopefully get these, my prisoners off the table. So let's go ahead and play a bit more. Okay then, so catching up in the village here. So we've had a bit of combat over here where I managed to slay one of James with a berserker. I currently moved them back, so I'm hoping to get them out of the village to reinforce this area where James is kindly pointing for us as they're attacking over here. Missed with my archers as well, which wasn't good, and hopefully do better there. These cavalry, I killed one, but one's still stubbornly fighting it out. But yeah, that is the current situation.
You might as well do it.
Okay then, update time as we're on to the next turn. Basically, the last turn there was a lot of combat. I've come out alright on it. I've carried on moving my prisoners towards the edge of the table here. Combat has gone pretty well, hasn't it, for me? Still got my archers as well, and over here the village is James is practically being wiped out in the village. Thought I'd share that with you all. So yeah, we're moving on to the next turn now, and hopefully we'll start to head towards trying to win this game. So let's get a bit further. So into the next movement phase now. Basically what I've done is where James' arm is over here, which I was showing that I can get over there. James has just literally moved his forces into here for a bit of combat, and we've got that combat there. So I'm expecting this should go my way. That one probably get killed of mine because there's only an archer. But I've got two berserkers there. So coming over to this way, as we can see now, I've got all my...
Yeah, but you don't really want it. It gets minus.
My prisoners are heading off there. And we have a bit of combat. Basically just use some figures as a shield while I get some the rest off. So yeah, I've got a couple of reinforcements coming over as well. So that's the current situation. It's looking good for me at the minute, but there's still a lot to play really. He's got a lot of figures. So yeah, I'll keep you updated soon. So that is the game played here then. I will spin you around and show you the board at the minute, but it's been absolute blast here at Partizans. As always, there's lots of traders, there's been a good turnout, so there always is. There's a bit more room to wiggle about now, so if you ever think about coming but you don't like crowds, come a bit later in the afternoon when it's thinned out a bit. You'll be able to get around a lot better. So yeah, I managed to win the game, which is a rarity for me. James wasn't rolling that well, and I did a few surprise rolls to save bits at key points, so yeah, I was able to win. I will just spin you around now and before saying goodbye, show you how we ended the game basically, so I'll go ahead and do that. So I'll start over here then. Basically this next turn round I'd have got these figures off the table, especially this one. These have been another couple of turns perhaps, but we have called the game now because these wouldn't have been caught anyway. The nearest units were these. They could have perhaps got in here, but they'd only get into combat anyway. There's no guarantee they would win. Over here, he's just stuck in combat with us. I've got my archers that were coming round to the rear to attack them anyway. So another turn-wise, that is what would have been happening. The village is clear there. I won the village. Like I said, James was coming in down this bit, and I just managed to shoot him to bits before we even got into contact, as you can see over the dead on the field there. So, yeah, that is how we left things. So that is the day then at Partizans for me. The other Partizans is in October. I'll leave a link in the descriptions for the next one if you want to come along. I recommend you do. If you like wargaming, it's certainly worth a journey to get here. So many traders, so many great games on display, well worth doing. So yeah, that is it for this video. I will be doing some more, because I've got quite a lot of on my pile of shame to do. I'll be doing more box to table videos once I get a new camera, because this one I'm using, it's good but it's a bit bulky, and I think something a bit smaller would be more practical for them type of videos. So I'm waiting on the new camera basically for that. So yeah, that is it for this video. Please do like, subscribe, share this video out there, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.